Alright, hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Also, hi Jumper7, thank you very much for the follow there. And again, there was someone called Fragility who followed during the pre-stream part. Thank you for the follow as well. So yeah, welcome to the stream, early stream today, because Nintendo announced there's an Indie World happening shortly. They announced that last night. So yeah, here we are. We're going to be checking this out in 6 minutes, roughly. Just over 6 minutes is when it starts. So I'm going to quickly see if this loads up without my internet dying. I've lowered the bitrate because I'm kind of worried that my internet might not be able to handle both streaming and watching this at this time of day. Like, later at night, my internet tends to be a little bit better, but during the daytime hours, it's a little bit spotty. Sometimes it can be a bit shit. Sometimes it can be fine as well, but it's not always perfect. But I think it seems to be holding steady for now, so I'm just going to turn this on. Not that there's much to be seeing right now, but yeah, the thing will start in about 6 minutes, so don't really have much to talk about until then. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so there's obviously like some predictions. I don't really have that much on hand. Silk Song possibly, Sports Story possibly. We might get a shadow drop for, like, if I was thinking of a shadow drop for like a big game, like a big indie game, then maybe Sports Story would like get a shadow drop. I still need to play Golf Story. I own it on Switch, I just haven't played it yet. Maybe now that I'm done with like Mario Golf, maybe I should go and check that one out before Sports Story comes out. So there was like another indie. See, here's the thing. This one is kind of weird because it's not really a AAA game, but it's not also. It's kind of an indie game, but it's also using a big franchise, but it is like made by a smaller studio. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, the remake of the original arcade game with like the Turtles in Time style graphics. I'd like to see that show up. I don't know if that's going to be in this. It might be in like a different presentation somewhere else, but technically that might fall under indie. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a release date for fuck, what's that? Shit, the name's escaping me. What's the name of that really balls hard like platformer? The 1 and 2 of them, like 1 and 2 are coming to Switch. Like 2 just came out last year. I forgot the name of it, but maybe we'll get a release date for those because they did announce like a little while back that both of those are going to Switch, but we didn't get a release date yet for either of them, so possibly the first one might get a shadow drop, maybe even both of those, or we'll get a release date at the very least. Yeah, the name's completely escaped me. Spelunky, that's what it was called. Yeah, Spelunky 1 and 2. Other than that, just like some maybe more obscure indie games, or like some indie games that we heard about before that might get like an upcoming release date. Maybe some new games that look interesting and cool. I don't play that many indie games, admittedly. Like, I do play some here and there, but I don't play as many as like some of my friends do. And I am interested in indie games. Sometimes, you know, I just I'm not in the know with like some of the good indie games. Which is why I watch these presentations, because if I see something in the presentation, it might catch my interest. Also, I should probably close my windows because streaming during this time of day, you might hear some vehicles passing by. And yes, I say vehicles just for fun. I don't really say it like I say vehicles. I don't really emphasize the H when I say that. I'm just doing that because it's funny to say it on stream. It's like when you say, like, it's like when you pronounce the H in Golden Grahams, you call it Golden Grahams, for example. Because that's funnier to say than Golden Grahams. Do you guys in the US have Golden Grahams? That's like a cereal over here. I don't know if that's a thing you've got over there. You know what else is fun? When you pronounce the silent K in a word that begins with said silent K. Like, when you pronounce the silent K as like an actual K letter, like Knuckles. Don't know if you heard that click there. That was my knuckle. I was trying to, like crack my knuckle there. There you go. There's like a knuckle crack for you. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm going to quickly mute the microphone because I need to go and shut the windows before this starts, so give me 1 sec. Alright, I'm back. The windows are now shut, so hopefully you won't hear any cars going by as easily. Like, I've had my windows open for a little while now. It's just, the reason my windows have been open for a while is because, you know, recent summer heatwave weather, so I have to, like, keep the place cool as best as I can. But yeah, that said, today it's a lot cooler because there's been a lot of rain lately and it's kind of cooled down in general, thank God. Still a little bit warm because of the humidity, but it's not like sweltering warm. Plus I've got the air conditioner on in the background, so it's fine. Right, okay then, so again, welcome to the stream, everyone. That includes you, High Jumper. Again, I do appreciate the follow. Nice to see you. I've seen you in like Little Moo streams as well. That Little Moo, when he's playing Miitopia. But yeah, don't really have any predictions for this. Because I don't really follow the indie scene as much, so I don't really know what's going on with like a lot of games. Oh, there's gonna be subtitles. Thanks, YouTube.
Hello and welcome to Indie World. I'm Mariko.
And I'm Tyler. We're here to take you through another great selection of indie games coming to Nintendo Switch.
No matter
I don't
what
think I can
type
get rid of
games you're
that.
into, we hope you'll find your next indie favorite. Are you ready? Then off we go.
Right, let's do this. Is this Jet Set Radio? That's not an indie game, is it? Is this like an indie take on Jet Set Radio? I don't know what this is. Oh, okay then. So yeah, I'm guessing it's like an indie take on that sort of game.
Now this is what I call a funky future. I could use a backpack like that.
Me too. Starting out as a nobody in a sprawling metropolis, making a name for yourself won't be easy. But as you expand your crew with additional playable characters and make use of the intuitive trick system to get around town, you'll edge closer to becoming an all-city king.
If the picture looks a little bit crusty, I can't really do much about that. Like, I can only do so much because my internet's not the best.
You'll grind, paint, and combo your way to becoming one of the greatest graffiti artists around.
See, I've never played Jet Set Radio, but I have been
because
interested in like checking out a game like that, or you know,
unwanted attention.
the original game if I can get my hands on it.
When Bomb Rush Cyberpunk arrives as a time console exclusive on Nintendo Switch next year.
This might be a good alternative, at least until Sega remasters or like re-releases the original. I think I remember seeing this game during E3 season. I think like not the Summer Games Fest, one of the indie showcases during that showing this game. I don't know if I streamed that presentation. I think I may have watched that in my own time, but it looked cool. It's like Pokemon Snap minus the Pokemon. Video's not too loud, is it? I'm assuming it's fine. By a company called Something We Made.
Hejsan, jag är Niklas och jag är Lukas. Vi på Something Made och resten av utvecklingsteamet är riktigt stolta för att presentera vårt fotoäventyrsspel Toem. Efter mycket hårt arbete
Oh wait,
och självklart
they're speaking in
stunder, så
French,
går vi här idag
I think.
med klara sinnen och huvudena högt. Det har varit en otroligt
Oh yeah, I love
resa med mycket
subtitles over
lärdomar,
subtitles,
och vi är
that's
väldigt
excellent.
nöjda över hur Toem har blivit. Vi hoppas du får en rolig och mysig resa genom Toems värld och att du finner ro medan du spelar vårt spel. Så packa väskan och gör dig redo. För
Wait, is this
kommer
like...
snart ut på Nintendo Switch.
Is this procedural subtitles that's trying to make sense of what the fuck they're saying, but in English? What?
Oh, hey, that's a nice one. It reminds me of the photos you can take in this laid-back adventure that's all about capturing the moment.
Pony Thunder
people
Switch?
out
What?
Along the way.
With its charming hand-drawn style, you'll explore different regions inspired by the Scandinavian
I love
countryside.
YouTube thumbnail,
Chat with
YouTube
quirky characters,
subtitles
solve
sometimes.
their problems by taking neat snaps with your camera, and make your way through a relaxing landscape while listening to some totally chill beats.
Get ready to say cheese when Toem arrives this autumn.
Alright. I'm guessing it's like a turn-based roguelike game sort of thing. I like the art style. Loop Hero? Oh, I think I heard of this, but I haven't really seen any of what the game looks like. It's published by Devolver, so it must be good then.
Hey,
Devolver publish
Rico,
good shit.
Does it feel like we're going in circles here?
Don't worry, Tyler. That's just how Loop Hero works. Instead of playing as the hero, you craft adventures for them by creating the world that they travel through. Each mystical card you play forms part of a dangerous path that the hero can explore, loot, and fight along. Place cards strategically to help them conquer the loop and then do it all again.
The more loops you complete, the more cards you'll uncover, opening up new possibilities for the hero's future adventures. Between expanding the survivor's campsite and fending off devious guardians, keeping them alive takes strategy, balance, and skill, especially if you want to defeat the time-bending Lich.
Break the spiral and save the world when Loop Hero
Sounds like an
arrives on
interesting
Nintendo
concept.
Switch this winter.
Like, I know this game's already on Steam, but I never looked into it. This is basically Glasgow after all the thunderstorms and rain. There really was, like, in all seriousness, there really was some parts of Glasgow that really did look like... I mean, not that bad, obviously, but there was a lot of places that were flooded, from what I understand. I saw a video clip, like, somebody shared me a video clip of, like, someone having to swim across the roads. Across a road. Thankfully, there isn't any flooding where I am, so it doesn't really... I'm good. Anyway, this looks cool.
Hoi, ich bin Lon Schmucker, Co-Founder und Creative Lead von Automotive. Ich freue mich sehr, euch Far-Changing Tides zu zeigen.
Did that say we don't smoke?
Fahrzeug-Adventure und der nächste Teil im Fahruniversum. Wir haben schon früh gewusst, dass wir noch mehr Geschichten im Universum zu erzählen haben, und so starten wir in Changing Tides mit einer neuen Figur in einer neuen spannenden
I'm looking at the shitty
Wir
subtitles.
freuen uns, Far-Changing Tides nächstes Jahr auf Nintendo Switch zu bringen und wünschen
Where's some
euch viel
sailor
Spaß
hand to
dabei.
start moving? Tides meter no if you Google an Irish pub. What?
A boy, his ship, and an ocean that stretches as far as the eye can see. Who'd have thought that the apocalypse would ever be so relaxing?
And yet it is. In this stirring puzzle-solving adventure, you get to captain your own seafaring vessel and explore a vast flooded landscape, tackle mighty storms, and overcome conundrums as you embark on a voyage to find a new home.
Set in a beautifully realized post-apocalyptic world, it's an emotional, meditative journey that anyone can enjoy. Whether you played the first game in the series, Far Lone Sails, or not.
Set sail for the horizon in Far, Changing Tides, coming to the Nintendo Switch system next year.
It doesn't look too bad. Looks like a nice little puzzle platformer with a narrative behind it. What? Suddenly the characters have like anime eyes. I think I preferred the shitty cat emoji face better. Necrobarista. Final pour.
That smells both rich and satisfying. I bet it's got enough caffeine to wake the dead. Can I get a cup?
Sure, flavorsome storytelling and aromatic atmosphere go hand in hand in this anime-style experience where the dead get one last night to mingle with the living and discuss the finer points of life and death over a beverage or two.
Immerse yourself in new story content and enjoy remastered visuals in this expanded
Some of these faces
director's
look
cut
kinda
of
weird.
the original game. There's even a new studio mode where you can create your own dialogue and stories.
Make yours a grande with Necrobarista Final Pour, launching as a timed console exclusive
Alright, well
on
there's
Nintendo
your
Switch later today.
There's your shadow drop. Not sure if that'll be the only thing that
It's
gets shadow
time
dropped
for
today,
some
I guess we'll
updates.
see.
Let's quickly catch up on several games we've featured previously in Indie World that you can play today.
Oh, so we're getting more shadow drops? Okay.
It's time to grow your own adventure.
I remember this.
Become the guardian of the grove and explore a vibrant island to inspire its inhabitants. Fend off the invasive rot and rebuild your home. Take on requests from villagers, solve puzzles, and do everything you can to help restore the community.
Wait, this is
Rise
like...
to greatness in
I might
Garden
get the name of the game wrong.
Arriving
Rune
as a
Factory,
timed
if that's the one I'm
console
thinking of.
exclusive on Nintendo Switch
Kinda
later
like a
today.
game like that, but with grapes.
Don't just fight with a sword, date one. In this heartfelt dungeon
Oh god, I
crawling
remember
dating
this
sim,
being announced
use
previously.
the in-game cash you earned from fighting monsters
Yeah, sure,
to
boyfriend
wield
is a
your
blade.
weapons on romantic
That's the
outings.
concept.
Multiple
You
combat
date a
styles
sword.
just means more cuties to forge relationships with. After all,
It's
a
still as
couple that
fucking
slays
dumb of a
together
concept as it was when they
stays
announced
together.
this forever ago.
Capture the hearts of your arsenal in Boyfriend Dungeon, cleaving its way onto Nintendo Switch later today.
So that's out today.
In this prequel to the original
Oh, Axiom Verge.
a new
That's coming
hero
out today.
fights for her life,
I still need to
empowered
play
by
the first
same
one.
Microscopic machines that gradually consume her
I
humanity.
completely forgot Axiom Verge was getting
With
a
two
sequel.
interconnected worlds to explore, hack, and fight your way through, walk that thin line between dream and nightmare as you discover the origins of the Axiom Verge universe. Axiom Verge 2 comes to Nintendo Switch later today.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people are going to download that. Don't know if I'll buy it because I still haven't played the first one, but I
can't
eventually
wait
would like to buy
dig
that.
into all those games.
Speaking of digging, let's continue with the show.
Ooh, Shovel Knight? Wait, what's this? Oh, is this that puzzle game? Right, never mind. Not really into this. Like, Yacht Club announced this a while back. It looks cool, but it's just a puzzle game. Like, there's nothing, like, proper, so... Like, I'm getting some, like, I'm getting some Cadence of Hyrule Necro Dancer sort of, like, vibes from it, which is cool, but... Yeah, I don't think this one will do anything for me, sadly, as much as I love the Shovel Knight franchise. Don't expect me to pick this one up.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games. We are thrilled to announce today that Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, an action-packed puzzle adventure with a dungeon crawling twist we're developing alongside Vine, is coming to Nintendo Switch. Can you believe it's been 7
We are
years
pleased to
since
announce
Shovel
that a
Knight
mobile
first
game
arrived
is
on
coming
the
to
scene?
Switch.
After that first appearance, we've been hard at work releasing Plague of Shadows, Spectre of Torment, King of Cards, and Shovel Knight Showdown. As you can
I still need to
see,
play
we've
Shovel Knight
always
Showdown.
envisioned Shovel Knight as a grand, all-encompassing franchise, which is why we're so excited for Shovel Knight to take the next step into a new gameplay dimension with Pocket Dungeon. We hope
hey
you
there,
enjoy
Pixel.
your
Welcome to
puzzling
the stream.
adventure.
Now here's a twist on Shovel Knight that you're really going to dig. A part puzzler, part dungeon crawler hybrid that's perfect for fans and newcomers alike.
With Puzzle Knight by your side, fight foes, recover relics, and battle bosses both new and familiar. Group together enemies to unleash massive chain attacks.
You just woken up.
and
You haven't
grab
missed too
keys,
much.
Potions and treasure.
The
as you
biggest
try to
thing that I
escape
can
the
think of is actually in
mysterious
Verge
Pocket
2
Dungeon.
getting a shadow drop. Like, that's
With
out
over
today.
10 heroes available, each with their own special power and playstyle, the action is always as fresh as it is fast. You can even take on a friend head-to-head and fight to bury the competition, literally. And as an exclusive feature to Nintendo Switch,
Oh yeah, that
if you
Golden
have
Grape
any
game
of
as
the
well.
Shovel Knight series amiibo figures, use them to call on a familiar fairy friend to accompany you on your adventure.
It'll be a night to remember when Shovel Knight
God, how
Pocket
many puns
Dungeon
did they throw
is
in there?
unleashed
Like
on
50?
Nintendo Switch this winter.
I'm hoping my air conditioner is not being picked up because I think I had to move it at some point, so I'm not sure if it's like lined in such a way that it's like blowing air into the microphone behind me, if that makes sense. I try to make sure it's not doing that. I'm gonna turn this music back down. You don't hear it? Right, that's fine. Islanders.
Start small, build big. That's always been my motto. And in this quirky city builder, it can be yours too.
This procedurally generated strategy game sees you placing buildings from your inventory on an island to earn points. Score enough, and you'll get more buildings to keep growing your island with. And when you can't build any further, just start from scratch and do it all again.
With its minimalist approach, intuitive mechanics, and almost infinite colorful islands to build on, you can create the city of your dreams over and over in no time at all.
The world is yours to build in Islanders Console Edition, coming as a timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch later today.
I've never even heard of this game, but apparently it already exists.
Marco!
Oh yeah, this is that game, the Metal Slug. But it's like a turn-based, like, isometric strategy game now. Kind of funny that we're getting this, considering that Nintendo is like bringing back like the Advance Wars games. I'm not really into turn-based like tactical games, sadly. It looks cool though. Like I like the sprite art. Like obviously Metal Slug is great with doing sprite artwork. Oh god, they're speaking in a foreign language. Time for Google Translation or Google subtitles to completely screw it up. Threshold of the musical metal. Chipmunk sounds like Metal Slug is default.
Le développement avance bien et nous avons hâte que vous
For
puissiez
Noodle
jouer
Queen, 4 people on. It's going too fast, I can't
Here's a
read the whole
fresh
thing.
take on Metal Slug that moves the classic action franchise into a new dimension.
Sorry if I get
This
too
new
like
game
amused
retains
by
all the
like
things
Google's
fans are familiar
subtitle
with
algorithm
from the
trying to make
original
heads or
series,
tails of that.
like
It's
the
just funny to
detailed
me.
Pixel art and explosive action, but then adds tactical combat mechanics to mix things up.
Taking control of familiar heroes from the Metal Slug series, including Marco, Tarma, Theo, and Eri, it's your job to wipe out the enemy forces.
You know, I really should
by
stream
any
the Metal
means
Slug
possible.
games at some point,
Position
like,
your
because I've got
troops
Metal Slug
correctly on the
Anthology on my
battlefield,
PlayStation
and
4.
you'll even be able to use
Well,
the sync
PlayStation
skill
5.
to deal extra damage with multiple heroes.
Head for a new front line when Metal Slug Tactics blasts onto Nintendo Switch next year.
こんにちは、テトリスエフェクトのディレクターの石原です。
And I'm Eileen. I work on PR and production at Enhance. And today, we're so excited to announce that Tetris Effect Connected is coming to Nintendo Switch.
テトリスのゲームを作るのは私の夢でした。開発チーム全員で全力で作ったテトリスエフェクトは美しいグラフィックとサウン
So
ド
that's cool, Tetris Effect on Switch.
感動できるもの
I
にし
still
てい
haven't
ます
played that game yet. Like, it's on Game Pass and I haven't even touched it, admittedly.
皆さんがどこにいても遊べるようになるのでとても楽しみです
Check it out.
So yeah, Switch now has Tetris 99
Sure,
and
you might
Tetris
have
Effect.
already played Tetris, but Tetris Effect Connected is something different. It's the iconic puzzle game, but one that goes to another plane of enlightenment.
As well as the single-player journey mode.
Yeah,
take
this,
on
I
your
don't know if I
friends
would call this an
competitively
indie game
in zone
exactly.
battle
It's kind of a
locally
weird
or
grey
online,
area sort of
Or
thing.
play connected mode and work together to clear 3 playfields as one.
By the way, that's been
Even
almost
includes
20 minutes, so I think
cross-platform
the next
multiplayer,
announcement will
so
be the
it's
last
easier
one.
to find people to play with or against. And since it's on the Nintendo Switch system, you can take the experience with you wherever you are.
Feel the connection in Tetris Effect Connected. Arriving on Nintendo Switch, October 8th. Whew!
There sure are a lot of games to look forward to, but that's not all. There are even more indie titles coming to Nintendo Switch soon. Take a look.
Sizzler reel. Sizzler reel with copyright content music, so I'm just gonna mute that. Like, this happens every single time a Nintendo presentation happens, whether it's like an indie or like a direct. Like, they'll do a Sizzler reel and the music that plays, it always gets fucking content claimed. And sometimes it like blocks the video worldwide or like claims it for ad revenue and shit. I hate that shit. Ooh, Slime Rancher. Portable edition. Haha, I see what you did there. See, I played a little bit of Slime Rancher when it was in early access. It's kind of a cool game. I like it. Lumberjack. I'm getting a lot of puns today during this like Indie World presentation. I think I've seen this one before. I don't remember. I feel like I've seen this in a previous Nintendo indie presentation. I've heard of this one, but I've never played it. Seems like a fun game. I know this one's on Steam. Must be weird, like, listening to my commentary with, like, zero background music.
Nearly done, but before we go, here's an update on another game coming to Nintendo Switch very soon. From
Is it
our
Silk
friends
Song?
at Chucklefish.
Oh no, it's... I don't know. Yeah, this isn't Silk Song. Okay, well, rest in peace, Silk Song fans. You're not getting it today. Also, rest in peace, Sports Story fans. This doesn't look like Sports Story either. I kind of like this dark, gritty atmosphere that they're going for here. Eastwards.
It's nearly time to head eastward. Coming to Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive, September 16th. Pre-orders begin on Nintendo eShop later today.
So that's the end of today's Indie World. There are so many diverse indie games to be found on Nintendo Switch, and we really enjoy showing them to you on behalf of our many development and publishing partners around the world.
As always, a big thank you to everyone in the indie community working on games for Nintendo Switch. And thank you for joining us today. Until next time, happy gaming!
Alright, well there you go, that was the Indie World presentation. Yes, I was watching that on my PlayStation 5 TM. So yeah, that was pretty good. Some good games in there. I'm drawing a blank right now. Like, I do this every single time. Like, I watch a presentation and I fail to take notes. Like, I don't want to like tap away at my keyboard so you can hear me like typing it out, but I really should like find a way to like get quick notes on what I just watched so I don't have to like remember everything, because there's always like you know, 20, 30 game announcements, or close enough to it, and I just can't remember any of them, but there was some good stuff in there. Axiom Verge 2 getting released today, that is probably the most, like, probably the biggest thing for me, I guess, I say, is I haven't even played the first Axiom Verge, but I am interested. The game looks good. Maybe at some point I should stream Axiom Verge, because I think that would be a fun game. It's kind of a Metroidvania sort of thing, but right now I'm kind of like, you know, doing Metroid itself, so I can't really do any other Metroidvanias because I don't want to burn out on that particular subgenre of games. But I'm interested. There was a couple other good things in there as well. No Silk Song, no Golf Story, or Sport Story, sorry, the sequel to Golf Story. I need to play Golf Story as well. Like, that's... I mean, I mentioned this at the top of my stream, but now that I am done with Mario Golf Superstar, or Super Rush, or whatever it's called, maybe I should play Golf Story to kind of get the bad taste of the, like, very lackluster single player out of my mouth. You know, like a bit of a palate cleanser, I guess you could say. Get something that's actually, like, pretty good. Yeah, it is a super rushed game. You're right, Pixel. Right, okay then, so that was the presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I've got to be honest, one of the best things about that whole presentation was the times where some of the people that were, like, talking were, like, speaking in a foreign language, and Google was, like, trying to figure out, like, you know, the whole, like, subtitle algorithm where it's like, okay, it's going to be English subtitles. What are they saying? Oh, I don't know, go to Google to translate Irish pubs. Like, it said something like that in the middle, and I just lost my shit to that. But yeah, other than that, there was some good games in there. Oh yeah, Spelunky 1 and 2 also didn't get, like, a release date, which is weird. Because I thought those were coming out for Switch later this year, but I guess we didn't. Kind of weird that they're, like, absent for some reason, because I know a while back they were like, okay, Spelunky 1 and 2 are coming to Switch. And I'm like, cool, looking forward to checking that out later this year. And later this year, I mean, we still got several months yet, but we're quite far into the year now, in 2021, and we still have not heard anything, so kind of odd, in my opinion. But yeah, overall, it was pretty decent. I think there was some good games in there. I'm pretty sure there's some games that people are going to look forward to. I'm going to stop yammering on now. Thanks for watching that with me. I am now going to start playing video games, or a video game.